Welcome back, Officers Republics, your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS for another episode of APGAINS at Work. It's just APGAINS, but the new puppy, by the way, is super cute. Picture was on the YouTube. Rushed him to the vet at 3:30 in the morning. Thought he broke his leg. Turns out we spent $1,000 to find out that he's just a drama queen. So I guess he takes after APGAINS. So we have AP puppy. Um, but Proving Grounds, Capital Games. I'm not gonna pull it up here, but just sent out a post. Got it through Discord on the forum saying, hey guys, we know that you guys are allowed to have fun and get more TIE Interceptor shards, even if you have it maxed out. We're going to change that. So before they have the opportunity to do that, I'm going to run through some gameplay for you guys. This is going to be kind of like a free flowing, this is my lunch break kind of thing. Um, and talk about ways that we can, free to play, get some TIE Interceptor shards because anyone who's been to a roster review live stream knows that we love the interceptor check, and now that the defender's out, the defender check. So for those of you guys who've been really slacking on your interceptors, now is going to be the opportunity for you to catch up. Um, so we're just gonna go over maybe one battle per the core, like proving grounds teams, just to see how they face or how they fare. Some of these teams you're not gonna have. Obviously, we could go in with Kenobi, JMK, Cat, and win or whatever. That's kind of, already accepted. But since it does have the new Riva character, we're just going to go through what some of the battles are going to look like for some of the standard teams. We're going to do a gas. We'll probably do like a Darth Revan, a Jedi Knight Revan, a CLS, a Padme, stuff like that. Um, Now, really interesting, something that we're going to want to find out here, is it better to go after Riva because she kind of fucks us up, or is it going to be better to go after the Grand Inchi himself because he's kind of the focal point and the catalyst of this team? Um, Now, they do a ton of debufferoonies, so it looks like things that have Jedi are not going to be favored too well. And as we see here, Gas not exactly performing optimally, doing about 7,000, 11,000, all things considered. I did run like a quick test before this with some teams. This is a hard galactic challenge, so it's not exactly going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we're just trying to show you what's out there and see if we can come up with a strategy to win. All right, so we did that. Let's try maybe a Padme team, right? We'll go blue, then red, then red, then blue, then and whatever. So gas, maybe, but likely you're gonna need to have a stronger gas team than I do. So let's do Padme. Let's do Cat since maybe we'll leave Cat out. Maybe we'll actually leave Cat out here. How about we throw in Jedi Knight Anakin, GK, Ahsoka is kind of the standard team. And then what are we feeling, guys? Do we go Shock T for Dispel plus Cleanse? Do we go Grandmaster Yoda? Let's throw in Shock T. We're throwing Shock T. And if this just gets absolutely obliterated, maybe I'll go back in and I'll do like a Cat team. So maybe you have, well, I don't know why you'd have Cat and not JMK. So maybe we'll just leave that out. All right. So there are a ton of Jedi here. We do have the advantages of, the Padme kit, right? So we're gonna get some turns from Anakin to dispel, which should be nice. And we're gonna be able to dispel all of this stuff and hopefully give ourselves some stacks. Unfortunately, their protection is weighing because they're fast, we're slow. So it doesn't look like we're gonna get a ton of courage, but we might just have a safety net of Anakin and Padme, a basic. Okay. So she seems to be immune to health-based damage. I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember what her kit does, but apparently Padme is not exactly going to be a fantastic option. Let's actually look here. Fallow Leaders Inquisitorius, whenever. Hey, stop taking turns, guys. Coup de grace. Is there anything that says they cannot take health-based damage? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Should I know Riva's kit? Yeah, probably. Do I? I don't. All right, so Padme not working so well, Gas not working so well. Let's pop in with, say, a CLS team just to see if we can cover some more bases. Now, what's going to happen here is likely we're going to get pooped on, and a lot of this is going to come down to really weird, maybe modding, maybe it's going to come down to turn order, maybe it's going to come down to some weird team that we'll figure out later. But what we're going to do is we're going to just show everything that's going on here and see if we can kind of figure out what works and then kind of play more into that and put together a squad for you guys. who are just hitting that 4 million GP to get your interceptors up. All right, so Riva is thick as hell. Turn meter seems to be a big problem. So something that prevents them, maybe makes them go slower would likely be nice. Let's actually try this really quickly here. Let's go back in with CLS just to play around a little bit with kind of mechanics and stuff like that. Let's stun this lady real quick. It doesn't dispel, and see if we can get a couple more turns in, because we didn't exactly, and you'll notice this with this Inquisitor team. I've been doing some testing before this with a couple of teams. You don't take a ton of turns. You don't really take a ton of turns, as you can see here. Kind of just die before you get a turn. So is speed modding going to be important? Likely. So one quick thing that I do want to at least check if it works mechanically, because it's kind of an old, an old meme that used to work. I don't know if it'll still work. This is an old PvE meme that we used to run back in, well, I don't know if it used to be. I don't even know if this is an old meme. This is just something that works a lot for tough PvE events. And we'll see if it kind of crack-a-lacks here. So someone's going to die. It's going to trigger Anakin, who then triggers. Okay, apparently they're just faster. Okay. Let's try that one more time. For those of you guys who are like, nothing happened there, what the fuck's happening? The theory, obviously, their 100% turn meter is just better than our 100% turn meter. The theory is someone dies, is then revived by Jedi Knight Revan, which triggers Anakin to take a bonus turn, which then triggers Luke to take a turn stun everyone. And then what that does is reduces their speed. So for PvE events where the enemy is just like ridiculously fast, this is a pretty effective way to kind of hamper all of that turn meter that they have, all that speed that they have. As you can see here, it worked. They're slowing down, and we're getting the opportunity to take turns. Obviously, this is going to be Jedi Knight Luke dependent. For those of you guys who maybe don't have Jedi Knight Luke, this is not going to be an option, but I just kind of want to see if we can get a proof of concept that some sort of team running this mechanic would work. And it looks like with a little bit better RNG, this kind of mechanic would work. So there is that. So I'm going to keep moving on to test more teams just because I don't know how long I'm going to have access to this event before Capital Games takes it away. But for those of you guys who want to play around and you do have Jedi Knight Luke, it looks like this old PvE trick still kind of works. That one dirty secret that the porn industry doesn't want you to know is that there. So let's try Sith Empire. I want to try. I want to try it without Malgus. Oh, of course, there's a relic requirement. I'm like, why am I not allowed to? All right, I want to try it without Malgus. Because not a lot of people have Malgus. The question is, oh my god, I can only do it with R3 units. The question is, what do I even have that would replace? I mean, obviously I could throw in like the boys, but a lot of people don't have. Let's throw in maybe a Watt, because Watt's one of those characters where it doesn't matter if he's, Gear 4 or level 4 stars or Relic 7. He kind of just has the same viability. So let's just throw together like a basic. And I will try this again with Darth Malgus for those guys who have Darth Malgus. I know a lot of people actually do have Darth Malgus these days, but I'm kind of trying to stick to weaker things that more apply to those people who are like right at that 4 million GP mark. Yeah, see, so she's just 100% when this character is defeated, they revive 100% health, get 100% turn meter, can't be copied. That is so annoying. All right. So she's immune to health-based damage. It appears that she's just immune to damage. We are immune to taking turns. And for those of you guys who are wondering, like, do I have a shitty modded team? No, my Sith Empire is, I want to say, decently fast. Like it's gonna be as fast, if not maybe slightly faster. Like 334 is like a good Darth Revan speed, and if you're 4 million GP, you're likely not gonna be much faster with Darth Revan. So let's throw in Malgus here and see what happens. All right. Maybe I should have put Malgus as the leader. All right, so they're gonna come crack-a-lackin'. The big problem is a lot of our stuff is not really okay. So we're dead before dead by daylight, dead before we can take a turn. Let me actually 1 second. Let me throw this in here. Units are inflicted with damage over time, which can't be resisted. Face off against the Grand strategy tips. Thank you for telling me the strategy tip is literally just face off against the Grand Inquisitor. If an allied leader is inquisitorious, whenever they use an ability during their turn, they inflict a stack of purge on the target enemy. Whenever purge expires from an enemy, they gain a stack of fatigue, max 20, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. Whenever an ally defeats an enemy, all enemies are inflicted with 5 stacks of fatigue, 20 stacks of fatigue. Inquisitorious allies gain coup de grace, which can't be copied. Fatigue gives you -2 speed, -2 tenacity, coup de grace. On the next special attack, do true damage equal to 100% of target's max health, and dispel coup de grace. So basically, the event modifier is if someone dies, everyone dies. Um, so that didn't work. Let's throw Malgus in as a leadership here just to play around and see if maybe that can give us a chance to take a turn. If not, it's looking like Jedi Knight Luke cheese, like PvE cheese, like the classic Jedi Knight Luke might be the only thing that works. Um, at least for low levels. Like obviously Galactic Legends are likely going to just be kind of okay, Malgus lead taking turns. All right, someone died, which means everyone's gonna get coup de grace. I mean, hopefully. All right. I feel like there might potentially be something there with that Darth Revan team. So let's actually go in and see if we can get a little bit closer with that Jedi Knight Luke. And then, is there any other team? Let me know in the comment section what teams you guys tried. I'm keeping it as free to play as possible. Like, obviously these two teams right here would work. I would likely just go like Jedi Knight Luke, lead JML, um, Jedi Knight Revan, Anakin, Shock T maybe is probably what I would do if I wanted to win this. There was a little bit of hope with CLS, not a ton of hope with oh lordy. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of stuff going on there with anything other than that Jedi Knight Luke team and maybe a little bit of CLS. So let's pop this boy back in here. So let's say you have Jedi Knight Luke. Let's throw in Shock T, sure. Anakin, and I need someone else who won't die or will provide some sort of benefit. Like if I were to seriously try to beat this, I would throw in Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker here. Let's try this. Now, obviously, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like APGAINS. I don't have Jedi Knight Luke. And unfortunately, with a lot of the proving grounds, you're kind of SOL in many cases. And also, you might be saying APGAINS, the Inquisitors are made to fight Jedi. Jedi are, I'm going to be honest, like the most powerful teams in the games for these PvE events. So I would love to take a turn here. Okay. Took a turn. Get rid of that. So we have, was that our first stack of fatigue, right? Okay. So at 20 stacks, we start getting coup de grace. All right. Not exactly looking great over here. They are, they're just so strong. All right. This is what I would say would probably be my personal PvE cheese team if I actually needed these shards. This is probably what I would run. So you take a turn, which does this. Oh my god. The fact that they have a 100% turn meter before we have a 100% turn meter is so annoying. And the fact that they're faster than like my JML is not fast. Like for a JML, he's not fast. 535 is super slow for a JML. But against a normal team, he's 535. That's faster than any other character in the game that's not a Galactic Legend, right? They all have, I would guess 700 speed. And then, of course, the big annoying part about the Jedi Knight Revan revive cheese is that if Jedi Knight Revan himself dies, he doesn't come back. He has to revive someone else. All right. I need a proof of concept here. We had a little bit of proof. We had an inkling. We had a beginning of something. All right. There was something there until Jedi. As you can tell, this is pissing me off. I'm really curious. Are there any non-galactic legend teams that could beat this? Can we get an ability block? No. Let's get rid of that. Can we kill someone? Like, let me see if I can kill someone. Oh my god. This is abysmal damage. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, cats. I don't see how this is tuned at all. Sorry, I'm a little sick still. Like, I don't see a ton of scenarios where a normal player is going to be able to beat this event. Like, I'm legitimately struggling with a fucking Galactic Legend cheese team. I mean, maybe JML as the leadership work. Let's actually test. I mean, let's finish off the video with a test. Does JML even work? Does JML even work? Let's find out. And then I'll test JMK. If JMK doesn't work against, well, I guess this is the point where I tell you that literally, I guess today, a year ago, that you needed to farm your Interceptor because it was the most high value, unit in the game. Those of you guys who listen to me are rewarded with not having to fucking do this stupid event. All right, so I didn't take a single turn. Let's finish it off with JMK and see if JMK can win. Let's pull you out. Let's throw in gas. Because if you have JMK Cat, you probably also have gas. So, as stupid as I think this event is, there's a little tiny inkling of an I told you so here that I am not at all happy to say. All right, so we're preventing turn meter, but we're not preventing the fact that they have 700 speed, if not more. They're twice as fast as Kenobi, it looks like. All right, so here's the thing. You're just going to come back, right? That's so stupid. That is so stupid. Now there's something here with JMK. There's something like what world do we live in? We're the best team in the game. There's something there for a free to play event. There's something there. Something that happens once a month. There's something there. The only way to get access to these characters if you weren't, high enough level when they were out in the game. There's got to be okay, so here's the thing. There is going to be a way. There's going to be a very, very specific way that they want us to beat this, right? There's going to be a very specific comp and a very specific set of mods or whatever that they think is going to be a fun puzzle to beat this. And someone will find it. I have to get back to work in, well, I guess I have 32 minutes before my lunch break is up, but the thing about that is that this is supposed to be the free-to-play version of unlocking these characters. A year, mind you. This is a ship that's been in the game for a year. When it hits Proving Grounds, it's been in the game for a year. And this is supposedly the way that we get those characters. And we're ability blocked, which is so fucking stupid. Okay. It does not appear that this is going to work because I have 20 plus debuffs. All right. So, final verdict after 20 plus minutes of trying to do this event. Not easy. Not easy. I'm so like, I'm trying to think what galactic legend would work again. I'm thinking like, who just takes a fucking beating? Like maybe Ray. Maybe Ray. I don't have access to the other accounts on this computer. This is my like mobile computer, the Macrowave. Um, I'm gonna do some testing on some other accounts that I have that have all the Galactic Legends and see if maybe um Ray, maybe Lord Vader, maybe Jabba, like a thick character. But as far as the like readily available free to play teams, it's not looking too hot for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you and I'll see you later.